changed to 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training. This is amazing. A 40-pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
American press and fans is really out of this world. What can you say about? Do you think there's going to be a Wilder v Fury 3?
Honestly, I don't care.
yeah. Listen, Spence.
If it never happens, no problem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I mean, have you got anything to say against?
Those were the words of Mark Breland. Mark Breland was asked about his interest in the trilogy fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, or if there will ever be a fight between those guys. And he responded, I don't care. Okay. And, you know, it's one of those things where Mark Breland hasn't said a lot. And you can see and you can tell by the way he responds, he's pretty much a yes or no type of person. You know, he's either going to give it to you a certain way if he gives you anything at all. But shout out to Stamina for Sale. We got my man Spence. They got the interview with Mark Breland. You know, shout outs to them. So I'll leave the link in the description. Let you guys check it out. But let's continue.
These allegations of you spiking waters and stuff like that, well, you know, because for me, I know even if you don't care about the matter, it's still defamatory to your image. And you know, the reason why we've given this platform is so that the people hear you. I want to hear you. I know you don't care about, because I'm the same. I wouldn't care about Wilder, but I would defend myself. You know, and I feel that you know, you should defend yourself. You know, and what you feel about this man saying that he spiked your water.
I mean, so many people know me. My character speaks for itself. A lot of people know me.
Yes.
Spiking water. And if you're looking at tapes or whatever, stuff like that, you'll never see the water in my hand, basically. Someone else give you the water.
Boom. If you guys didn't hear that, I apologize about the sound. Mark Breland said, well, if you look at the tapes, you can tell that I didn't have the water. He said someone else had the water. But see, the someone else, because he's doing that without name dropping or getting anyone else involved in the fuckery that's going on with all this. But he just lets you know that he wasn't the one that was holding the water. So why would they, in fact, say that it was him that tampered with this water instead of whoever else was dealing with this water, okay? We saw, and if you guys know that follow this channel, you've already seen, we've already broke down, counterpunched, ripped this thing apart, okay? And this is just confirming it. JD's had the water. He had the water. You seen him at the beginning of that fight. You see him aiding Wilder with the water, giving him water, okay, before they even did the face-off and the final instructions, before they touched gloves. We seen that happen, okay? We seen that happen. We seen what took place. We seen J. Diaz with the water, and that's what Mark Breland's really saying, okay? Again, he's a guy that's not going to say too much, you know, but to defend himself, hey, I didn't even have the water. But see, here's the counterpunch. Why would they say he was the only person that had the water? It's like everybody got got in line and lined up against a particular person that wasn't in the game of someone had to be the blame, and it's like these particular guys got together to conspire against Mark Breland. You see what I mean? Like, you know what? what? We need somebody to blame. Let's talk this. Let's say that. Da, 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 da. Even after that fight was over, okay? After that fight was over, you had Shelly Finkel and you had JD's. They were there trying to defend the fact that Mark Breland shouldn't have stopped the fight and all this, that, and the other. So you could already tell, like, okay, well, these guys are trying to conspire against Mark Breland, and he's going to be the fall guy. Okay, even when you look at people like Wilder's close friends or whatever, they're saying the same thing. Well, you know, Mark Breland was the only one that tampered with the water. Well, we've seen JD's with the water. We've seen shit fall out on the canvas that he's quickly picked back up. That could mean anything, but at the end of the day, there's all types of things that people that go unnoticed. Okay, until you really started looking at things that could possibly happen. You can't see every possible thing that goes on, especially when someone has their particular water and someone puts them in responsibility to handle that water. Okay? But anyway, let's keep going.
Regardless of that, I'm not there. I'm there to help you, not, get you hurt.
And let the people know, how long have you been working with Deontay Wilder?
My attitude is, when you win, I win.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. When you win, I win. You know, listen, I'm saying, Easy Band says JD's had the water. You never had the water. JD's had the water. So,
true.
Again, that's even ludicrous to say such a thing.
When you got people, I've seen some foolish people talk to me about that fight. I'm like, come on now. Don't talk. Only foolish people call themselves like that because it's crazy. Because you know me, you know me.
So tell me, how long was you working with Deontay?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
How long have you been working with Deontay, or was you working with Deontay prior to the last fight?
The last night,
How many years?
I was with him since he turned pro.
Wow. Wow.
So, being confirmed that Jay Diaz had the water, okay, and he really, again, Mark Breland didn't say anything, okay? Mark Breland didn't say anything. He said that, he kept quiet on that. But, of course, Tunde, he came, counterpunched, hey, JD's had the water. If you won't answer, I'll answer. JD's had the water, okay? And, and Mark Breland went on and said, man, I'm here to help you, not to hurt you. I mean, that's one of those obvious things that's like an elephant in the room when you're dealing with all this. And Mark Breland went on to say, hey, it's just foolish. People, foolish people think like that. And that's why I really look at certain people and their mindsets. And I'm convinced that some people, sad to say, are not that bright. But other people are ignorant or uneducated on how things work. And the people that are really pushing this, I think half of them don't believe that shit themselves. Maybe they want to believe it because of something else they got going on. But I think at the end of the day, they don't believe it. But they only push it because, hey, that's the side that they chose and that's what they're rocking with, so they're going to stick to it. You know what I mean? You look at like interviews like this. How many times you really won't see a lot of footage on this particular interview because Mark Breland spoke. He spoke. He used the platform with a UK-based platform, and people want to make anything up they want to make up anyway. But at the end of the day, Mark Breland just let everyone know, you guys know me. I've been with this guy since he turned pro, okay? Why the hell would I now decide in the second Tyson Fury fight to cheat this man? And you know what else it shows, though? It shows that shit that I was telling you guys about Wilder, okay? Wilder is a guy that his ego has grown maybe in the last 3 years, okay, from 18 on forth. It has cocooned into something unreal, delusional, okay, because he's sitting in his mind thinking that the Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2 fight was so big that this shit had to happen to him. You see what I'm saying? This had to happen to me because of the magnitude of this fight. It was so enormous that and so important that this particular fight was the fight that everybody wanted to see. It may be the fight after the famous fight that everyone wanted to see, and that was Joshua versus Ruiz 2. Sorry, Ruiz versus Joshua 2, because Ruiz was the champion. Okay, so that's the fight everybody wanted to see. And since that was over, Joshua got the belts back. Okay, now we can stomach another fight between Fury and Wilder. Okay, don't get me wrong, the press conferences and all that, and really it wasn't a lot of fucking press conferences. I think they had 2 the whole time. And then one they just sprung up because I guess they had to realize, like, yo, this is stupid. So why are we, doing this? But why are we not doing this? So they know that that particular fight was not marketed well, so they had another one. That's how small it was. Throwing that on a ad for football and thinking that did good. It did what I don't even know really what. I think 325,000 pay-per-view buys or something like that, right? But Wilder lost. That's the significance of it. It was an upset because people thought that Wilder was going to win. Since people do things they don't supposed to do, other people have some type of excuse to throw in there, some narrative to spin on it, okay? All these accusations. But look, like I'm telling you guys, what's in the dark is going to come to the light. Mark Breland has came out officially telling everyone, like, I've been with this guy 12 years. I didn't cheat him. You know me. You know my character. People that think that are foolish. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this breakthrough interview with Mark Breland. And please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.